All right, it's time for another outdoor tour of what's been going on around the place in the last couple weeks. So let's go see. All right, so in the front beds, I harvested all of the radishes out. You can see there's a few carrots left. They're still pretty young, so we'll let them grow a little bigger. I made wonderful radish top soup with all the radish tops. And then all of the rabbit manure, rabbit bedding, everything that's been stored in bags from the rabbit cages has topped this bed and this bed. Right now, early February, it's all about getting the beds ready for planting in the springtime. So rabbit droppings you can put right in the garden next to your vegetables and it won't burn them. You can't do that with other manures like chicken manure, horse manure. Those have to compost down. But the rabbit manures are wonderful for the garden because you can use them right as you're planting. I put this in here now so that the rain can leach some of the goodness down into the soil. This bed especially needs a lot more fertilizer in it. I noticed last growing season that everything in here was a little bit stunted, and I think it just didn't have good quality dirt in here when these were built. So the sawdust, the rabbit manure, and the old hay that was in there, this is all going to shrink down with the rains that are coming, and I'll put in a nice layer of soil on top of that to plant in. So as you can see, our garden is a literal pond this time of year. That's why I cannot grow things when other people can once the weather clears up, because our ground still has to dry out. Now it is early February, but lots of people around here can start planting in March. Not us. We're gonna be May, if we're lucky. So, I brought out cardboard, and I have cardboard that I'm going to be putting along the fence line, because before everything starts growing, I'm gonna try to get rid of all these briars along our fence line so that we can grow peas and things up them. So I'm just gonna unload the cardboard. This next week is supposed to be pretty sunny. We had a bit of rain, as you can see, last week, so this didn't get done yet. But hopefully during the week, I'll have a chance to put this stuff down. Now, I have a bag of gold here, but I was foolish and didn't deal with it in the fall. So it weighs 1,000,000 pounds. But it's full of decaying grass clippings and leaves and things. And so I took and had piles of this stuff here, and the chickens and ducks have, you can't tell, it's pretty much ground level at this point. So let's give them some more to play in. So as you can see, I don't really compost. I just don't do it. I don't like the process. I just layer everything on my garden and let nature do its thing. So this whole area yesterday, or this last week, was high like this. Trash in there. And tomorrow, you won't be able to tell I put that there. The chickens will have flattened it out. All we have left this year in the garden is a little bit of greens, chard, a little bit of onions. Let's go look at the kale. We had a lot of kale, but with the rain, might have destroyed it. Yeah. So if we had soil...
Look at the ducks.
I know. If we had soil that didn't waterlog like this, we could have a ton of stuff that we could grow year round. So my goal eventually is to build this up high enough that we can have kale and cabbage and broccoli and all those things year round to come out and harvest.
What is that noise?
Joy. It's joy.
That was a weird noise.
I mean, look over there.
Yeah, also though, like the greenhouse, are we gonna have to dress this? Look at this, it's all underwater. Like the base of it, we may need to create like some sort of a drain system.
Grandpa said he was gonna try to get a drain that drains up towards the road. And he needs to do it now.
This is crazy. We built this up for the greenhouse too.
Yeah, we did. So one of the things I need to get working on is all the briars along the fence line. So I'm going to be seeing how much I can get done in the little bit of time I have after work. And then also, I like to lay cardboard down where there's a lot of weedy areas until spring. It just kills it all out and then we can plant. So trying to get this all cleared up. Okay, so in 15 minutes, I got that much done. I'm not complaining. It's way better than it was before. 15 minutes isn't very long. Side. I tried to get to the water spigot done. Since I have a full-time job that is really more than full-time, it's like 1,000,000 hours a week. I'm a teacher. If you know a teacher, you know it's 1,000,000 hours a week. 15 minutes a day here and there, if that's all I have, it's still gonna make a big difference. So that's what you'll see. You'll probably see like 15 minutes a day here and there, and we'll see how we can get everything. I'm working on trying to get the garden prepared for spring. And there's a lot of work to be done. Let me go show you the other fences. They're really scary. Back here, the briars are just crazy. And it's like that the whole side and the whole back there. So the part I was just working on is actually in really good shape compared to the rest. Now, yesterday my dad came out and took down the PVC pipe and most of the old dead plants that were in here and the setup we had for stringing the tomatoes up so that we can start getting these beds ready for things like cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, that sort of thing that we can put in before we can actually get the tomatoes in. Start raining again, not tomorrow, but Wednesday through next week. And as you can see, we don't need any more rain. We've got enough. We've got the rain. But our ducks are in heaven, duck heaven. Look at this. They're just like doing their thing, eating all of the little critters that were left behind. And the chickens are doing their thing. Good job, guys. When I rake things, they come. They know there's good stuff in there. Okay, I'm gonna set my timer for 15 minutes and see how much I can get done. One of the reasons I started this YouTube channel was to make myself do something I love. My job it's super time consuming. I was spending every waking moment working. So this enables me or allows me or forces me to do something that I truly love so that I am spending time every day that I wasn't normally spending on something that's important to myself. The second reason that I started it was to leave a legacy to my granddaughters of me and most likely them in the summer working together, teaching them things so that when I'm no longer here, they still have a video file of their grandmother. So those are really the two main reasons I started this. And one of my friends told me one time, when there's a big job, just work at it for 15 minutes a day. And you'll be amazed at how much you can get done in 15 minutes a day. And I have found that to be really true. So those briars along that fence line, I just look at them and I think that's gonna take the rest of my entire life to get that taken care of. But 15 minutes a day is gonna do the trick. So let's go. Before I set my timer though, I'm gonna unload my cart. So I filled that with leaves that I had gathered and not put in the garden yet, and then a bag of leaves that had been composting. And they know, they come. So along here was piled with stuff, and in a day or two they just flatten it. It's such a little playground for them. I told you, I'm a lazy composter. I don't compost. I just toss and later plant. And you'll see, we will have an abundant grow here. It doesn't look like that much, does it? None of it came from here either. It was either from work or from my daughter's house. But any nature you can find, you can take home in the trunk of your car and stick on your garden. Find that nature and stick it on your garden because it will help. It'll help it maintain nutrients. And it'll make your chickens happy. If you don't have chickens, get chickens. They're actually really fun to watch. I mean, they're so cute. So today's 15-minute goal is to finish along this edge and then move down to that far corner and start working there. So I'm gonna set a timer and see how much I can get done. Okay, 15 minutes is over and I was able to clear this fence line all the way down to the black plastic like I wanted, and also clear along this side of this fence. That's actually quite a bit, I feel like. Done. Look at that back fence. That's... Now, there's still bushes on the other side, so it might be kind of hard to see the work that was accomplished, but I'm feeling pretty good about life. Moral of story, if there is a job you are... Ducks. Moral of story, if there is a job you're not looking forward to, set a timer, even if it's just 5 minutes, and go for it. Okay, so this part of the fence line down is free from briars, but if we turn this way, I need to get this end to the corner cleared. So I'm gonna do a 15-minute, let me show you from this view. Let's see how much can get done in 15 minutes, and go. All right, so this did take longer than 15 minutes. My dad came over and I got sidetracked talking with him. I think I was out here about 25 minutes. And then it started to rain really hard, so we left. Or I probably would have got started on that section. That's scary. So anyway, it's looking better. Our plum trees are starting to blossom. This variety is earlier than this one. It's very exciting though, this time of year when they start to blossom. That's all I have for this week, so until next time, see ya.